are new to my channel, welcome. And if you are not new to my channel, then welcome back, friend. You are officially, if you found my video, you are officially on the side of the internet with us folks that like to talk about continuous improvement, self-improvement. And in fact, in this video, we're going to talk about something that is so fundamental. We're going to talk about something on this video that is so fundamental to your personal development as well as your professional development. And that is how to embrace change and make change your bitch. That's right. We're going to talk about it. If you are a person that's like, I've always been this way, it's always worked this way, we've always done it this way, it's always worked this way, and you don't see why there is a need to change, then you may become the new Blockbuster. Okay? You do not want to be the new Blockbuster. And I'm saying new as in they're not new, they're old. And again, I show my age in these videos all the time. In my last video, I was talking about Will Smith and his very first single. Parents just don't understand. And here I'm getting ready to talk about Blockbuster Video, which have not been around since like the early 2000s. Blockbuster Video was the hot thing. I'm talking about every Thursday. You want to get there Thursday, really, but every Friday night, you got off work, Blockbuster was packed, okay? Everybody was in there finding videos to watch. You want to get the new release or just something to watch, and you made a movie night. Me and my family, I had 4 small children, a husband at the time, and we stayed in Blockbuster because you spent $3.99 and you had movie night. You spent $3.99 on the video, then you went to Dollar Tree, we got our little dots or milk duds or whoppers, whatever movie candy our kid like. Listen, get 2 boxes of candy. We were balling out on $20 for the weekend, and it was a great time. But not us, but a lot of people went to Blockbuster every weekend. They made millions upon millions, millions upon millions. And then Netflix came around, and Netflix started mailing CDs to people's homes. You had to sign up for a subscription. I did not do it at the time. I was like, I'm going to keep going to Blockbuster. But a lot of people signed up. They started getting CDs sent to their house, movie DVDs, whatever, mailed directly to their homes. Blockbuster didn't change. They were like, so I don't care. Okay. Well, then what happened next? Redbox came, and Redbox put boxes outside of all the CVS's, all the grocery stores, all the pharmacies. They were literally everywhere. Dollar stores, you could see a Redbox, and the Redbox is only $1 to rent it for one day. Redbox was so conveniently located that there was no reason to go to Blockbuster. And not to mention, sometimes when you went to Blockbuster, your movie may have already been checked out. They only had so many copies. And so Redbox started to change the industry even further, right? So first of all, Netflix is a little bit of writing on the wall. It's like your cheese getting a little bit smaller. Blockbuster stayed the course. Redbox came out, the cheese went all the way down, okay? Because so many people started using Redbox. But really what did it is when Netflix started streaming and just started bringing the movie straight into your home. You didn't even have to leave to go to the pharmacy, the grocery store, any corner, any of that. You turned on your TV and you were able to watch a movie. Blockbuster, still no change. Who is even Blockbuster today? Y'all, do not be Blockbuster. When your cheese move, you move. When life changes, you change. In life, you are constantly going to be faced with new challenges, new opportunities, probably new friends. New things will come up in your life. Change. And again, this is not just true for your business life or your professional life. Although I'm using these professional references, I will use this in a personal reference. I use a certain book all the time because I'm a mentor for many people actually, and in my mentor mentee relationships, I've used this book. in my parenting, I've used this book. I have used this book in just personal relationships with my friends. And I'm talking about the book, Who Moved My Cheese? In this book, there were four characters. Sniff and Scurry were the two mice, and then there was him and Haw that were the two small men. They were in a maze, and in the morning the doors would open, and then they would go out into the maze looking for their cheese. The two mice, they relied on basic instincts, right? Their ability to smell and their ability to quickly move their feet, get moving. So they were moving and sniffing, and they found cheese. The two small men, him and Haw, they're smart. They're humans. They're men. So they're like, we can figure this out. Where's the cheese? So they come up with the whiteboard and their whiteboard, and they come up with these plans, and they found the cheese as well. So now all four of them have found the cheese in the corner in one of these corridors, and they're all happy. They get there, they're eating their cheese, they high-fiving, they on Instagram, they posting pictures, they're like, yep, we in this thing. That's not actually how it went, but that's how it went, right? We had to modernize the story. So they're partying. Well, the two mice started to notice day after day that the cheese was getting smaller. The men, on the other hand, were like, well, we've done the work. We did all the calculations. We knew exactly how to get here, and we did that, and now we're here. This cheese is ours. And one day, the cheese eventually ran out. Okay, so now the mice were getting there early every day. Soon as the doors opened, they would scurry down to the hallway. They would get their cheese, and they'd be fine. The men, on the other hand, knowing that they had done all the work, they felt really entitled to this cheese belonging to them. So they had believed that this cheese was theirs, and it was always there. It had been there day after day after day. So they were not waking up early in the morning to go get this cheese. In fact, they would just get up, do some exercises. They had, gotten so relaxed before this cheese had disappeared, honey. They were tying their shoes slowly. They in the mirror, primping around. They would finally get on to the corridor and get their cheese, and it was cool because they wanted to be, fashionably late to the party until that cheese ran out. When the cheese ran out that day, like I said, the two mice got there. They knew that their cheese was gone. They scurried on about using these basic resources, their nose, their feet, or whatever. And they're just scurrying around the maze. They're like, there's got to be some more cheese here because it's gone from this corner. Well, the two men got to the corridor, and when they noticed that the cheese were gone, they were like, well, who moved my cheese? Who moved my cheese? I worked hard to get this cheese, and I'll be doggone if you just come and take my cheese and move it somewhere else. Bring me back my cheese. So now they're all like, hello, bring me back my cheese now and right now. Please and thank you. Of course, their cheese did not return. Him was just adamant, okay? He was clinging on to the fact that he had earned this cheese and that somebody was going to bring him back his doggone cheese. Haw did that for a couple of days, but he got hungry. And he was like, we're going to go out in the maze and find some more cheese or what? Because Sniff and Scurry are not coming back. Like, this used to be the spot. They used to be jumping over here, but now it's just us, and it ain't no cheese. So what we going to do? Him was like, I don't know what you going to do, but they're going to bring me back my cheese. So Haw was like, oh, I'm going to have to go out here by myself. So Haw went out there in the corridors, and he's going around, and he found a little nibble of the cheese, every now and again. And he's like, okay, I feel like it's cheese out here. It's not as much cheese as we had before, but we can't stay there because there was absolutely no cheese there. But when he found like a little niblet here or there, whatever, he would write a little note on the wall, right? When life changes, you change. He put these little quotes up on the walls, hoping that his friend him would come out of that corridor and would eventually see the writings on the wall. Literally see the literal writings on the wall. Eventually, Hall did find another corridor with cheese. And when he got there, guess what? The two mice, um, Sniff and Scurry, were already there. So now they're like, oh, it's new cheese, right? It's like, this ain't even just like cheddar. This mozzarella, this cool, right? Change, it's not always bad. So Hall is like, okay, so I get it. So he said, what in the world took me so long to leave that corridor back there with him? I starved for days before I actually literally left that corridor to come out here and find more cheese. What took me so long? Sniff and Scrape was like, I don't know what took you so long, because when the cheese was gone, we was gone. And you see, the moral of that story, first of all, there's 4 different characters and they do different things. Him, who just refused to move when his cheese moved, I don't know, maybe he died of starvation. I don't want to be dark, but by the time the story ended, maybe he made it, maybe he didn't, but he was so slow to move. You have to get the book, read it for yourself, because at the end. Okay, so now let's talk about how do you embrace change and how do you actually make change your bitch. First of all, you have to have a growth mindset, and you may not have this automatically and off the bat. So what you would want to do in order to develop a growth mindset, it starts by believing that change are opportunities for you, right? You're out here manifesting change. If something changed, it's for you. Don't think of it as, oh man, this happened to me. Somebody moved my cheese. Okay, somebody move your cheese. You're going to sit there asking who did it? Is that going to bring it back? Who moved my cheese? But who did it though? But bring my cheese back. I don't understand. Well, who moved it? Move on, okay? They moved it probably to your benefit. All you had was cheddar. All you had was cheddar. So start by thinking that this change is something for you. Instead of this victim mentality of thinking that somebody did something to you, think that this happened for you and for your benefit. And start looking for ways to make it yours. Take control and take the power back. This happened to me. Somebody moved my cheese. What is the next opportunity? Where is the cheese now? In our sales organization, companies will often move your cheese. Let's say you are selling multiple different products, and maybe your commission was higher on one product and that has now changed. Instead of paying you a higher commission on selling VCRs, they're now giving you a higher commission when you sell DVD players or Blu-ray disc players. Maybe now the commission has changed and your commission is now higher when you sell a Fire Stick or a Roku stick as opposed to a Blu-ray, DVD player, VCR, all those things. So you may have been the man at selling VCRs, but when your cheese moved and the company said, we're only going to pay you $1 if you sell VCRs, but we'll pay you $50 if you sell these Blu-ray disc players. You need to learn how to sell that Blu-ray disc player. Do not sit there all day long saying, no, I was good at selling these VCRs and you need to continue paying me my points, my commission for these VCRs. It does not work. That does not work. If your cheese has moved, you move. Okay, this happened for you. There is a reason that this happened. You may not understand it today, but if your cheese moved, what you need to do today is further develop that growth mindset. Understand that this is a change that happened for you. Perhaps you need to learn all that there is about the Blu-ray disc, DVD player, or the Roku Fire Stick, or the Amazon Fire Stick, whatever it is that your cheese has been moved to. Learn that product and sell the crap out of that one. It is so important that as a growth mindset that you continue to learn, that you continue to grow, and you continue to adapt. And my guess is that, again, if you're on my channel, then it's probably because you have a growth mindset or you are looking to develop a growth mindset. Always start by thinking, this happened for me. Think on the positive. This change happened for me. I was a great salesperson in a sales organization. I was doing B2B sales. So I had a territory. I was an account manager. I had a couple of territories, and I was so good that I was number one in the company. I won trips. And not just for me, I took me and my spouse. I won buku money, okay? And then that position was eliminated. I could have very well sat there and been bitter and upset that my cheese had been moved. And I'm not gonna lie, at first, the first day or so, I was like, doggone it, I was too good. But there is no such thing, guys. There's no such thing. What I ended up doing though, after I licked my little wounds, I thought, how can I make this change work for me? And when I transitioned into now a different distribution channel altogether, I thought, well, you know what? This is an opportunity for me to learn something new. I transitioned from the broker distribution channel, which is B2B sales, and I went direct to consumer. Now I'm talking directly to consumers, and I could have taken the easy way out and sold the same products that I was selling to the companies directly to the consumers, but I thought, I want to do something totally new. If I have to do something new, I want to do it new. And I knew that this company was trying to get something stood up that was new. They wanted to get into selling Medicare. And I thought, well, I'm doing something new. The company is doing something new. We may as well do this new together. And I took that opportunity to then learn the senior market and crushed it. Okay, I was number one there too. But not only that, but that really set my career up to take off because I did something new. I wasn't sitting around complaining because my cheese was moved. I strapped on my sneakers. I want to say sneakers. I typically wear dresses every day, but I strapped on my theoretical sneakers, put my earrings on, put my lipstick on, and I went to work. And that is what I encourage you guys to do. You have got to do it. If you are a person that is looking to make change your bitch, you have got to look at change as an opportunity for you and not as something that happened to you, but something that happened for you. That's step number one. Step number two is to stay flexible. Okay, when I say stay flexible, I mean don't get into a rut. Don't learn something new and think that that's all you ever have to do for the rest of your life. It is not true. You learn something new, you remain flexible, and you keep an open mind. If your cheese moves again, which it will likely move again, the world is a circle, it's going round and round, things change. When that happens, you have to keep an open mind. Do not get stuck like Blockbuster thinking that you don't have to change because you got the market sold up, or that you don't have to change because you got your spouse sold up because you're engaged or you're married and you're like, I got this man sold up. Sis, you're going to have to keep yourself updated. Same for men. If you're a man watching this video, you're going to have to keep yourself updated. You're going to have to keep doing new things. You're going to have to keep being open-minded in this relationship. You cannot get so comfortable and complacent that you're getting up, going to work, coming home, doing nothing. Getting up, going to work, coming home, doing nothing. That's not going to work. Somebody's going to get bored. Now, that's your second step. That's your second step. Your third step is to practice self-care. You have got to take care of yourself. You got to keep yourself up. You got to keep yourself, loose and ready to go. Because if your cheese is gone, if you get to the corner and your cheese is gone and you haven't been taking care of yourself, now you're some fat slob and poor health, no money, broke, all these things. You can't move when you want to move. You cannot make those, you literally can't make those moves that you want to make because you haven't been taking care of yourself. You need to make sure that you're taking care of yourself. I do have a video here on self-care, and it is not just a bubble bath. You have to take care of yourself in and out, and you want to keep doing that so that when change happens, because change is inevitable, it will happen. You'll be ready. You know what they say? If you stay ready, you ain't never got to get ready. Boom. That's step number 3. And so those are 3 steps to embrace change and make it your bitch. And also, guys, do not forget to like this video, comment, and share. Also, subscribe. I am looking for 500 subscribers. It's a small number on YouTube, really, but I think it's an achievable number for me to get there by the end of this year. So, like, subscribe, comment, and again, thanks. I will see you in the next video. Very new with this audio box. I'm just gonna let y'all know I am trying to figure all of this out with the audio box and all of that. It looks like it's on, so I'm gonna go ahead and go, because sometimes it don't work, sometimes it do work. So let's get in this video, okay?